Welcome to our fourth quarter carrier update series, where in every episode, I sit down with a different insurance company representative and ask them what you can expect during the upcoming renewal season. In this series, you'll get product updates directly from the carriers, like what do the new plan designs look like, or is there a network option that you need to be aware of, or what plan designs offer the most savings potential for your prospects and your clients, or what tools and resources does the insurance company make available to you in all those efforts. At the end of the day, we want you to win more business and retain your clients during a busy renewal season. So tune in, buckle up, and enjoy the show. Hello and welcome back to another installment of our fourth quarter carrier updates. I'm Jason Powers with Legacy Brokers, and today I've got our field sales executive, from Humana, Leah Daggett. Welcome, Leah.
Thank you for having me, Jason.
For sure. Well, we appreciate you taking the time. It is, I think we talked about it. Busy season is already upon us. I think we're probably 3 to 4 weeks in now. Things are as hectic as usual. But we're in this virtual environment. Brokers aren't, they're adapting to how to make those presentations over mediums like Zoom, and that makes it really difficult for reps like yourself to get in front of brokers. So I appreciate you taking the time out. The purpose of this series, as we mentioned, is really to give us a kind of an update as to what's going on at Humana, what's going on with your products. I know Humana is more than just a medical carrier, so we're excited to have you here. And excited to share your presentation with the brokers out there in the community. So with that, I know I sat through a webinar that Humana put on this on-hand product, but I got to tell you, I did not do it justice. So in my talks with other brokers, what's on hand?
Yeah, On Hand is actually a great new cutting edge teledoc first type plan. That doesn't mean that you can't go out and see or have out of network coverage. You still have it. But with today, we've seen a huge spike in virtual visits to see your PCP. It allows members to save time because they don't have to drive to their doctor's office. And what it really is if you get your care first through Doctor on Demand, those visits are unlimited to the member and will be a $0 copay. Your labs will also be for tier 1 and tier 2, only a $5 copay, labs is $5 copays for certain labs, and then your tier 1 and tier 2 RX copays will also be $5. The rest will be deductible co-insurance. The great thing about the on-hand product is your members get access to a concierge service. And this service can help members look up providers. Let's say you spoke to your virtual doctor and they said you needed to see a neurologist. This concierge service will reach out to that member. They can help elect a neurologist, can help understand cost transparency. So it's a really neat service that's going to provide that personal touch that you may feel that you lose by going to a virtual setting. It kind of helps bring that back into a space where they feel like they're having someone help navigate the system. With the on-hand product, you do also get a blood pressure cuff and thermometer that's going to be sent to your home. So that'll help you be able to take your blood pressure, use the thermometer in order to help better understand maybe how you're feeling before your appointment. It really is, with today's setting, as Jason said, everything is moved to that virtual environment. So we have a high demand, high utilization for Doctor on Demand. And this product will allow you to provide some saving to your members and also that low copay structure. With it, there is one thing that, with Humana, we'll kind of get into as well a little bit here is our Go365 product. We did have to exclude that from this product. So if you're looking to dual option it with one of our traditional plans, you will just have to inform the members that with On Hand, they do not have that Go365 piece.
Got it. But it really does. It takes that Doctor on Demand feature in the Humana products, and it really just enhances what's available to the member. in that virtual visit. So that's great news. And you mentioned Go 365, one of my favorite integrated wellness programs in the business. I know we can't use it for the on-hand product, but for the rest of the groups and the rest of the plan designs that are available, what's new with Go 365?
Yeah. Go 365, I love it. You know, it kind of sets Humana apart as not just an insurance provider, but someone that cares about your well-being. And with Go 365, members will have access to an app. They can get points and be rewarded for activities of, let's say, you got your preventive screenings, or even you started a step challenge. It's really a way to make sure our members are seeking care, getting their preventive screenings to prevent something from maybe turning a chronic condition. And as they engage more in Go 365, they get more points, which they can use as what we call bucks in our mall. And each year, usually pretty easily, I get around $300 in gift cards. We have a ton of different vendors, stores, movie theaters on there that the members can go ahead and get gift cards. They can get fitness devices. They can even donate that dollar to a charity of their choice. But it's really to help members kind of take ownership of what of their health, and help them understand that preventive screenings and things like that can really help mitigate risk as well. But on top of that, we also provide a discount or premium credit to groups that have members engaged in Go 365. So if you have a member that reaches silver status, we're going to discount that member's premium by 7%. And if you get to gold status or above, we will discount their premium by 15%. And this is their coverage tier. So if you have family coverage, you could be seeing, the group could be receiving back 15% of that total premium for their family coverage. And we've seen groups do a bunch of different things. So you can either give part of that premium back to your employees, or you can choose to keep that. And we know times are hard. So if you wanted to keep that total premium, you could do that as well. Or if you're like Humana, we actually get billed $20 per pay period cycle for go past 90 days not getting our biometric screening or our health assessment done. The great thing is you don't have to be the expert on Go 365. We do have wellness consultants here that can help get your clients engaged, can help understand the product, help troubleshoot any issues that you may have. So they can really be the ones that are driving that engagement for you, to hopefully, get that engagement up on your clients.
For sure, and we've taken advantage of that team, and seen quite a bit of success with Humana, specifically in that Go 365 program. That 15%, that's a real discount on premium, and that does show up on the billing statement. And there's reports that help the employer identify who, if the employer chooses to give that credit back to the employee, who deserves that credit. So it's a great program, and it's not difficult to get engaged. It's not difficult to achieve silver status, which really is that's what drives this program, is engagement. So we're like I said, it's one of my favorite integrated programs in the industry right now. So but you're not just a medical carrier. Humana, I think years ago, kind of entered the dental world. And what differentiates Humana's dental plan from some of the other dental plans that we see in the small group?
Yeah, so I might be actually a little biased, but I think Humana, just with our extended annual max, which I'll get into, and our enhanced preventive care, we really, I think, have one of the richest plans out there in regards to preventive care and treatment after you reach your annual maximum. So with Humana, as you know, wellness is a big part of what we do. And in order to align that to the dental product that we have, we include 3 routine cleanings and 4 periodontal cleanings covered at 100% to a member. There's no cross reduction. And if you think about it, I think the stat is something crazy like 40 or 50% of Americans over the age of 30 or 40 have periodontal disease. These extra cleanings are really important to make sure we mitigate risks. So things linked to diabetes, things like that could cause you to have more routine cleaning. So we want to make sure that those members are going in and maintaining a healthy mouth per se. And then we have also our extended annual maximum. Our extended annual maximum was actually created to combat the rollover. As you know, the rollover can be complicated. It's not available day one. Our extended annual max is available day one to members, $1. And what it does is it provides 30% coverage to members after they exhaust their annual maximum. So when you consider the normal discounts, so Humana's network, actually nationwide, we have about 30% discounts with our contracted providers. So if you stay in network, you're getting that normal discounted rate of roughly 35%. But then on top of that, if you reach your annual maximum, we'll kick in another 30% coverage. So members, won't have to put off seeking care. And can really make sure they're on top of their overall wellness with our extended annual max.
That's great. That's great. And so as we kind of move into to this fourth quarter, and we're looking at groups that are moving to Humana level funded. I know you guys have had some feedback from the market as far as how can we get cases across the finish line, and this admin fee credit. I think that's huge. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, with COVID, things have gotten really difficult, and I think any premium savings is really going to help. And with our level funded product, it really is kind of Humana's sweet spot, kind of our main core product. And what we did to kind of engage or drive hopefully some new business cases is for 9/1 effective dates through 12/1 effective dates, we are providing a $300 per enrolled subscriber admin credit. Group will receive that on their second or third invoice. Typically, I say third invoice, just give us a little padding there, as that premium credit on their invoice. And it could actually add up to a lot. So if you're a group that has a lot of subscribers, that $300 per enrolled will be, an extra benefit that they could see down the line with moving to Humana.
Well, and you said, I mean, that could be a huge premium credit.
Yeah.
So Humana level funded goes down to 5, up to
99 enrolled for eligible. Yeah. So yeah, if you have a big group, even if maybe we're looking at that risk rated, fully insured, this might be an option to look at that level funded product in the 51 to 99 space too, just because of that admin credit. I mean, we've been seeing stuff for groups, it could be anything like $21,000, something crazy like that, but it does add up, and it really helps members, that, want to entertain a switch to really kind of push them that way.
That's huge. I can tell you that if it's one of those things that just doesn't fit on a spreadsheet, but can certainly help producers as they're making those presentations and trying to make the pitch that Humana is the right move. So I'm hoping, it says 9/1 to 12/1. I'm hoping that another special announcement we'll see from your office might be that we can do it for January as well. But certainly appreciate being able to do it for those cases that are not on the calendar year. That said, I know we've seen this in some of the smaller groups, but the bundling package, I think in every underwritten quote I get from your office, we always get the poke and the prod for bundling dental and vision. That's a straight 2% off the premium. That's not a credit per subscriber kind of deal, right?
Correct. Yep. So for any level funded and risk rated fully insured group, that 2% would be for if they're going to add dental and vision. Sometimes that 2% actually pays for their dental and vision. It wouldn't have to be a contribution on the employer's end to contribute to the dental. And we actually go down to 2 enrolled. So even, if the group's kind of hesitant to offer those specialty lines of coverage to their employees, they could offer it on a non-contributory basis, and see if there was interest in there, and that way members can at least have full coverage, and they would get that 2% off level funded or 51 risk rated medical.
That's great. That's great. And obviously, there's something in it for the producers as well, not just features and credits for the group. What your bonus programs? I think I get plenty of announcements, and they're certainly in the partnership plan. Anything new coming here in the next, well, really for the fourth quarter?
Yeah, so we actually, this year, I know a lot of our bonuses are kind of standard, and they can definitely reach out to you guys at Legacy if they have any questions. But new actually is the medical case count bonus. So there's a lot of dollars involved in it. We've seen, we never had that in the past, and we have some more details we can do. And then the dental subscriber bonus as well is new for this fourth quarter. We're still waiting on one, but I think they're kind of going to trend what they do currently in the fourth quarter for 1/1. But if they have any questions, have them, feel free to reach out to Legacy, and I know they'd be happy to help give you further details on that.
For sure, for sure. This next one here, this Launch Mine group, I can attest to the case installation being as smooth as possible with Humana. I think I saw that our office had a submission that went through Friday. So today's Monday. Friday, a submission was put into Launch My Group with a note that kind of went out to the rest of our team, indicating that the submission's been submitted, right? It's all waiting for signatures. And I think before I even made it to the office this morning, we had a welcome letter. So it's truth in lending that it really does speed along that installation process. Is that what you're seeing on your side?
Yeah, so we've been seeing 24-hour turnarounds on group numbers, and then within a couple hours, even those members roll through to our other platforms. It really is a great tool. It's kind of scary your first time you do it, but I promise once you go in there and do your first one, the rest is a piece of cake, and it'll become your preferred method of getting those groups installed and keeping that timeline very low, especially in busy season when you might be struggling, got a group that has last minute decision. This will help you get that group number to them and keep them happy so that you don't have any members asking where their ID cards and things like that are.
And if they do wait to the last minute to make decisions, it looks like we've got at least to the 5th day of the actual effective month to get those cases across the finish line. So that's great news.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And we sometimes do extend it to the 12th of the month of the effective date, but
you can't tell that to brokers. They'll say that Leah said we can take it all the way up to the 12th.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. We don't usually find that out until like last minute. So don't bank on that happening. It's always usually a last minute update if they might extend that effective date that they allow it to go through.
I'll try to edit that out of the final. No. I know that the KCK chamber pricing shows up in our proposals all the time. It's not labeled as KCK chamber, but the chamber pricing shows up. But the Olathe, this is a new deal lining up with the Olathe chamber. What's that all about?
Yeah, so recently we actually have been able to add the Olathe chamber effective 10/1 as an option to our groups to receive those chamber discounts. So if a member does join the chamber, either KCK or Olathe, that is a 3% or roughly 3% discount on the medical and 5% for dental and 5% for vision. The agent and the group both have to be a member of either of the chambers, but typically the discounts that you see on medical, dental, and vision, it more than pays for the dues. So it's a great partnership, and sometimes the chambers too, they'll have events so you can get your business name out there too. So that's another perk as well. But we're really excited to be adding the Olathe chamber come 10/1 here.
That's great. That's great. So I know at least in certain cases we see it's been a trend over the last few years. GRX underwriting. I know that Humana doesn't actually do GRX. Humana came up with their own program, the Humana Risk Assessment Engine, fondly named the Hooray No More Apps underwriting process. What's a little bit different for the brokers that know GRX, or even for the ones that don't? What's a little bit different with that process?
Yeah. Well, funny, we start with hooray. Nobody ever finds underwriting process too much of a hooray, but clever wording on our behalf. Um, Jason's right. So a few years ago, a lot of the carriers were moving to that GRX underwriting, and Humana was actually one of the last to move towards census underwriting. And that was because of the fear of GRX not catching specialty medications. And so we took our time. We were able to actually partner with a bunch of different vendors. I think now we're even up to 5 vendors that pull different things. We're seeing that they're actually catching some of these specialty medications. They'll pull financials. It's crazy what's all out there, all the data on us. It's kind of scary. But we get this information back to us as a score. And those scores will dictate what the health of that group is that we're underwriting. And we have seen it. So I think we're going on year 2 now of this process of underwriting. And based upon our renewals, we do believe that it is working because we've had favorable renewals. And the process is actually quite very simple. So what we request is a renewal letter. However, if this group is currently a virgin group or breaking from a PEO or currently community rated, we don't need that renewal. Just indicate to us that it's one of those, and we can get the underwriting done without that renewal. And then a census. So the census is going to include all enrolling employees' first and last names, date of birth, gender, and home zip code. And then years with current carrier. So if they've been with a carrier for 3+ years, they do get a discount on those rates. So it's nice to have that up front. But it's really allowed us to get our underwriting kind of aligned with what the other carriers are doing, but we do truly believe that it's able to help pull the risk as much and information that we need to hopefully underwrite the group.
Yeah, I say it every time I get on Facebook that I think that there's way too much information on me out there available for different marketing companies, but based on the ads I see. But so it's not surprising to know that medical underwriting is kind of moving in that direction. So that's great. The last thing here, we've got, brokers are heading out in this virtual open enrollment season for many of these agents. It's probably the first time they've ever done an open enrollment meeting over Zoom or some other type of media. What kind of resources are available for those brokers that Humana offers?
Yeah. So we can still do, your formal kits if they did want them to mail out, but we're kind of moving more towards that virtual setting, like Jason said. So if you have a client that's new to Humana, or even an existing client with Humana, and you want to make sure the employees are getting information, let's say on Go365, their plan summaries, we're able to get some virtual kits out to your groups so that they have that information handy to their members. We also have consumer engagement professionals. So those are the folks that are going to help you with the Go365 engagement piece. They can get into your groups. They can do Zoom meetings. They can, right now we're still locked in-house. We can't do personal meetings yet, hopefully soon. But if you had a virtual meeting or you wanted your Go365 consultant to be able to get in there and kickstart Go365 and get members engaged, we can definitely set up a virtual meeting so that they can explain how it works. If they wanted to go into detail even about how their Humana plan works, they're able to do that and help step in and assist during these times.
That's great. All good stuff, right? All good resources and tools available. And we appreciate Humana in all of our marketing efforts. And certainly, I think our brokers are they're itching to get out and do what they can to increase sales. And a lot of them have just been stuck at home, just like the rest of us, right? Stuck at home all spring and summer. So it'll be interesting to see what this fourth quarter turns out to be really industry wide. As those agents are heading out into the last few months here of 2020, any words of wisdom from Leah?
Yeah, I guess it's just feel free to always reach out whenever. I'm happy to be available. If you have groups where you need me to hop on a call and help assist, I'm happy to do that as well. But yeah, I think, it'll just be an interesting year to see how everything shapes up now that we've moved to this virtual setting. And I feels the same. Anything you need, we're happy to help and assist.
Well, we know you are. You got a great team over there. We appreciate our engagement with your team, and you guys are always responsive and helpful. So
Thank you. We
it's going to
appreciate you
be
guys too.
going to be an interesting ride. Certainly, we'll come up for air again in January, February. But until then, Leah, appreciate you being on. Have a great fourth quarter.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode in our fourth quarter carrier update series. Be sure to check out all the episodes on our website at www.legacybrokerskc.com and follow us on LinkedIn to join in the conversation. And let us help you with your fourth quarter cases. Whether you have a tough renewal that you need help with or you have a new prospect, we shop the entire market to get the most competitive rates available for you every single year. Let our expertise in self-funded group health plans be your competitive advantage. We provide an entire suite of back-office support services for agents, from quoting to case install and renewal support. We have your back every step of the way, always here to help agents just like you when you need us. So, send us your RFP today. See for yourself.